following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language. It is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
When I was much younger and I was dating this girl, she sent a bouquet of flowers to my work for my birthday. Speechless.
You got flowers?
I got flowers to my work on my birthday.
Well, no matter what I think of, I can't come behind that.
I'm look, Ruben, just take this compliment. Like the fact that you had a woman send you flowers, you must have laid that thing down. You must have laid that thing.
I wasn't gonna say nothing because that was my first thought. Actually, that's my second thought. A dude got flowers? Oh, that dick must have been good.
Bro, you must have gave her that as yet penis. She saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers. Like,
wow.
Show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. It is your boy Ruben up in the house, and of course, partner in crime, AG is here with us.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Man, such a tiring ass weekend.
What'd you do? Some stuff around the house you need to get done?
A little bit, but I worked, and
you worked all weekend.
Oh yeah.
You have an out-of-town gig?
No, I was in town.
Okay.
But it was good. It was good though. Like it was just I was like, man, I've been waiting for UFC all day yesterday. I watched some of the prelims, I watched some AEW. At 10 o'clock, my body said, nah, Negro, you going to bed.
You know what that is?
What?
You old.
Yeah, old as shit.
Because Lauren and I go to lunch now. We go on dates. Look, but hey, it ain't dark. Look, we ain't seen the moon in a minute. You old player.
Hey man, it is what it is, bro. I mean, yeah, but no, it was good, man. And you know what? Recently, probably the last couple weeks, work has been having us do like some stuff with the Battle of the Bands. There's Mo B right there. What's going on, Mo B?
Mo B, what's happening?
What's going on, yeah?
I mean, just being fat and black. So,
I get with that.
But, I have a brand spanking, much larger, not that I didn't have one before, but I have a brand spanking, much larger appreciation of bands now.
So what did you see to change your mind?
Well, it didn't really change my mind. It's just like, because I'm not a band person. Like, I see them, they play awesome music. I mean, that's it. I've never been with anybody who's been part of a band. I've never had a lot of true, like, upfront visual type stuff. And so, I got to see a couple bands perform the last, couple weeks. And man, they work hard, bro. And it's like, not that I didn't think they did, but I'm like, yo, man, they work hard as some of these sorry ass athletes out here who be getting full scholarships, and they be working. Some of these cats be working harder than them, and I'm just like,
why you gotta attack the athletes?
I'm not attacking them,
but the sorry ass athletes. Like, why you gotta attack them to raise the band? Why can't you just say, hey, they work just as hard as anybody else on a scholarship?
My fault. It wasn't meant as an attack.
I mean, that's what it came off as.
I'm sorry. It wasn't meant as an attack.
How can you even say it wasn't meant as an attack? All the words were attacking.
You said sorry ass athletes.
Exactly.
Because there are some sorry ass ones out there.
They are? Help
help me understand this.
I'm trying to figure out, like, if you're saying they're not necessarily good at their sport, but they all athletes. They all good athletes.
I mean, I guess. But so yes, basically all I'm saying is that, they work as hard as athletes, yet some of them don't get full scholarships. Some of them do. I don't know. I'm just saying that equality is not there.
And which one?
Well, I mean, for either one, like, because Moby and I had this discussion, and it's like, so next week is the Battle of the Bands thing, HBCU Battle of the Bands, and my first thought is like, ooh, where can I watch it? Well, it's not on television. However, it is streaming on Aspire, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Like, really? Is streaming? And maybe it's just we gotta take levels with it. I don't know.
Back up a minute. What's wrong with it being streamed? I'm surprised it's being shown at all on televised at all. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Come on, man. We got freaking like disc golf on TV, bro. Like, come on, man.
First of all, Battle of the Bands is dominated by brown people and black people schools, and you already know they don't have that kind of. Not unless that's your point. Is that your point?
That is my point.
Okay. Here's my counter to what Ruben just said.
Okay.
Ruben sat here and had a soliloquy about how he now has an appreciation of the band.
Okay. A better appreciation.
He now has a better appreciation of the band.
Yes.
And now he's attacking the rest of the world for not having them on TV. Just 15 fucking minutes ago, this dude had no effing interest in them being on TV. And now he's seeing a band, and now he is the official spokesman to why HBCU Battle of the Bands should be on ESPN right now. I'm glad that they have you now as a spokesman. Now somebody, a mouthpiece to bring forth the justice that is required for them. I agree, but I've always been a person that had appreciation. You just skipped the line straight from I just now fucking realized they exist to now screaming from the mountaintops about how they have an injustice and they don't have a TV deal. Like, hey man, baby steps, man. Like, slow down. You can't come to the country and then be the president on day 2. It doesn't work that way. Get your citizenship first.
I would say something like Trump did that, but that would be too far-fetched. But all I'm saying is, it's not like this shit just started like a year ago. As far as I know, Battle of the Band's been going on for quite some time, right, Moby?
Yeah, it has.
All right, and this is gonna be my thing, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Hey, man, we have Aspire, which at least Aspire is covering it online. We have TV One. We have BET. We have BET Her. We have BET Online. Like, we have multiple different things now. Yet,
I just want to put a correction in there. We don't have BET. We have Tyler Perry 1. Tyler Perry for Her. I'm just saying, BET is pretty much just Tyler Perry 1, Tyler Perry for Her.
He is not wrong, sir. He's not wrong.
But you know what? Here's the interesting
thing. Wait a minute. We can't forget about Bounce.
And Bounce.
I particularly like Bounce. That's pretty.
Well, but I guess what I'm saying
is, here's the thing: they got to throw money at it to put it on TV. And the problem is, you're right. It's treated just like college women's basketball has been treated for decades, which is there's just nobody that's smart enough to realize there's a market for it.
It's almost like the WNBA. Let's be real.
After the movie Drumline came out, there's really no reason why this shit shouldn't have been on TV every year after that. Like, if you couldn't use the popularity of Drumline, which is 20 years old, if not more,
and they play that shit like it came out yesterday.
If you couldn't use that popularity to say, hey, there might be a market for this. They just ain't gonna figure it out. And I appreciate your energy and your desire for them to do better. I do. I'm not even being condescending. I do, but like, you're gonna be lonely on this hill that you trying to die for, that ain't nobody else going to ride with you.
I've been on so many lonely hills, man.
You shouldn't be on this island by yourself, man. There should be a whole bunch of us up there. But, you know, we can't do better.
Actually, I have something to say about that. Actually, I think it's what Ruben says, or actually his epiphany. At 50 years old, he's just figuring out that this stuff is cool. And what that shows me, first of all, is he's not alone.
Growth.
Second, I just don't think that Black and Brown is ever going to make it to a point to where what Mo B said even matters. I don't think so. Because I'm sitting here listening to him and it makes a lot of sense until I think about all of the coverage, Black schools don't get, even though we sent a few to the Hall of Fame, more than a few. And it's just like, talking about the upper 1% of the Hall of Fame. And I'm sitting here going, if that can't get people like, the ESPNs of the world or the Fox Sports of the world to air, black athletics, then nothing is. So it's like, for something that most people, Black or white or brown, don't really have an interest in unless they have a connection to it. Like, my wife does because her daughter was in that. I do because I dated someone that was in band. So I understand it. But if you don't fall in those categories, it's hard. And then you add on the racial component. Yeah, it's never going to happen. Like I said, man, Jerry Rice is in the Hall of Fame. He's in the upper 1% of the Hall of Fame. And he's not the only one that's in the Hall of Fame. He's not the only good or great football player that's not there yet that came through, Black schools. But it didn't get ESPN to go to Jackson State. It didn't get ESPN to go to Alcorn State. It didn't get ESPN to go anywhere except for where they generally go, which makes the mainstream America comfortable. And makes us all comfortable because that's what we're used to. That's the narrative we have, bought into. So I don't even know if Black people would watch Alcorn State versus Mississippi Valley. I don't know that. I'm just letting you know, those are the things I was thinking about as y'all were talking about this that makes the situation worse.
They got NCAA. They got the MEAC Women's Bowling Championship on ESPN. So I'm gonna leave it there. I've been there. It's interesting, but it's just one thing I want to talk about today. But so let's get into today. I decided to do something a little different. It's been a while since, y'all let me talk. So I decided
Would you really just say that?
That was a joke.
Yeah, you said it with a serious face.
I did not say it with a serious face.
Actually, you know what? You're not allowed to say, I feel attacked if you didn't speak first.
Well, I'm not saying I feel attacked. I haven't said that in quite a while, actually.
Because we don't like you.
Yeah. Eventually I'll just get attacked today. So, so let's go ahead and start with the My5 Part 1. So because we're going to do two of them because I had a whole lot of things on my mind and ideas, and I kind of want everybody's thought on it. So let's start with the first one. So 5 songs that I call a closet banger. The world might not have thought it was great or good, but you were just like, man, F this shit. I bang this shit in my car with the windows up all the time. I might even sing on it. So, first my 5 is your 5 closet bangers. AG, we'll start with you.
All right. Mine aren't as obscure, but I don't think that they get the attention that they need to get. So I'll go. That was my definition. Cause
Exactly.
Was that right? Okay.
Yes.
Heat Wave, Groove Line.
Oh, that's a good one.
Into the Never, Metallica. Sass Jordan.
I have no idea what that is.
Huh?
I don't even know what that song is.
Exactly. It's on the Black Album. It's their biggest album ever, but no one knows what it is. I know. Not unless you're a Metallica fan. Sass Jordan, Head. Limp Bizkit, Just Like This. Pretenders, Brass in Pocket.
Wow, I know maybe 2 of those songs.
I mean, your definition was that you think of bangers and other people don't. So
yeah, I mean,
like, but really, it was really hard because the list for me should be like 20 or so long. But I just took the first ones that came to mind. So
okay, all right, Mo B, what you got?
I mean, well, being that you have been pondering over this for as long as you have been, and you sent it to us at almost 2:00 as if I was sitting around waiting for this question to come up. I didn't really put as much thought into this as y'all two probably have, because I was kind of doing shit today, but I didn't kind of take it in the direction AG did. I took it as like 5 songs that may or may not be well known, but they're not. I mean, they are well known, but I don't think they get the shine that they deserve as far as from that artist. So, I'm gonna start with a Michael Jackson song, man. Like, one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs is not one of his mainstream bangers, but I think Dirty Diana is like one of the dopest songs ever made.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, I don't understand why it doesn't get the love it deserves.
Well, does anything on Bad get the love it?
That's a good point. That really is.
I think Bad is a great record, but I think when it came after Thriller and all of that, it just was like, womp womp. But it's a great record.
I mean, see, I feel like that about the Thriller album, though, in the sense that, like, everybody tries to force feed how that album's so great, and I'm just like, but the rest of us know Off the Wall was better.
Right.
By far.
But I mean,
like, that's not a conversation.
I realize that, but what I'm saying is the sequence of events is Off the Wall came out and it was like, oh my. Thriller came out and it was oh my, but it was like everybody in the world. Where Off the Wall is for black people. I feel like.
I mean, no, you kind of got a point there.
And then when Bad came out, I still, even though it came out a few years later, a lot of years later, it's like, I feel like people wanted it to be Thriller. And when it wasn't, even though to me it was great, I mean, Smooth Criminal, come on, man. I mean, Bad, all of that. But people were like, wah, wah. And I think they missed out because they were thinking it was, they were thinking they were going to get Thriller 2. And it didn't happen. So I'm like, because I mean, Lauren, she introduced me or reintroduced me to a song today that I was like, oh, that's Fly, which is Butterflies. Yeah. But people are so busy wanting him, well, when he was living, wanting him to put out Thriller 2, we're not really paying attention to how hot this stuff was. So I'm like, I just feel like people kind of gave it a narrative like it was a huge drop off, but the record was great. So I'm just saying.
So before you go on, Moby, I kind of, this question just popped in my head, and I kind of want everybody's answer because I know my answer. But when was the Michael Jackson fall off? What song just like, fuck this, I'm out? Like, for you, or is there one that really just said, I can't fuck with you no more, Mike. I can't. Because I got one, and that's the Black and White song. I was like, bro, really? Like, I was initially disgusted with it.
You were through with him because of it? That's harsh, right?
Because that was a horrible ass, like,
it was?
That was a horrible ass, I thought it was a horrible ass song. I know it was critically acclaimed for whatever reason, but me, I thought the shit was terrible.
It's critically acclaimed.
But I don't deal with critics.
Whatever reason.
I mean,
whatever reason.
But we know me, critics, I don't do, like, in movies or whatever, I don't give a damn about critics. Because there's a whole bunch of shit out here critics say is bad. And I'm just like, I don't know what you were looking for, but you didn't get it. And maybe for me, that was it. That song was, I don't know what you were what I was looking for, but I didn't get what I was looking for. And I just didn't like it. It just turned me off. It just went click.
Well, there's no fall off song for me. There are songs I like better than others, but I mean, Michael Jackson was like Fly until he was dead. I don't understand, But that's me. I don't have. He never wrote a bad song.
Do I have to answer it?
Well, in the spirit of the show, I think he probably.
I'm not the hugest Michael Jackson fan.
That's fine.
So as far as a fall off period for, I was always in and out when it came to Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the off. It's funny to say I'm not really a Michael Jackson fan, but Off the Wall, like I bumped that jump straight through.
Oh yeah, I mean like. Those...
But then after that, when it comes to Michael Jackson, just like I either liked it or I didn't. I would appreciate the fact that other people liked it. I'm with you. I thought Black and White was a terrible song, but hey, it got the people going. He was fully commercial, and I mean, look, he understood that, you know, by that point in time in his career,
he won't make songs for me.
Black people weren't going to leave him, and he needed white people to keep cashing them checks. So
you can laugh all you want, AG, but that is the truth.
No, I'm not laughing because it's not the truth. I'm laughing because it's really funny, and the funniest things are truth. And I, you know, because I remember seeing the video going, okay, you got Macaulay Culkin in here. I think you're trying too hard. Okay, but I mean, okay. It doesn't make it a bad song.
Michael Jackson just publicly did what Prince did behind the scenes, which is Michael Jackson was like, hey, I need these white folk to cash checks. And Prince was like, hey, I know these white folks is why I cash checks. That's why I give the time all the songs I think might be too black for my audience. So, I mean, it's not a diss, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically just saying what it is. Like,
Moco Cowboy, the upkeep of bubbles ain't cheap.
Wow. I mean, he's not wrong though.
But like, what was the one? Was it Remember the Time? The one they had the video when they was in King Tut.
That is Remember the Time.
Remember the Time. That's Remember the Time.
Yeah. What are you thinking of?
No. I'm the. That's all I can remember right now.
Now you're doing Suzanne Vega.
I about to say I don't even know. That's not a Michael Jackson song that you talking about.
No, because he used that beat. I don't remember.
Did he?
He did. That was part of his song.
Okay, maybe.
But yeah, okay. I didn't know if I was just the only dude on the planet who was like, you know what, Mike, we cool and all, but I'm going backwards instead. I'm not rolling with you forwards, but I'm living backwards with you. But if I'm not, that's fine. Okay. All right, Moby, I'm sorry. Continue.
I mean, dang, like I feel like should I even go for the interest of time? But all right. So, Confunction, Let Me Put Love in Your Mind.
Ooh,
that's.
You went deeper.
Hey, look, man. I bumped that. I
was like, no, that's not what I expected.
But exactly, like, you know, people know Love's Train, Too Tight, all they bangers, but Let Me Put Love in Your Mind got one of the coldest guitar riffs at the end ever. And I mean, I don't think it got the shine it deserved. I would say this one you might not agree with, that it didn't get the shine it deserves, but I just think it's one of the dopest songs ever made. The whispers and the beat goes on. Doesn't get like that. That is a cookout banger. That is an old folk club banger. If you put the whispers and the beat goes on, that is like the perfect accumulation of disco rolling into R&B. Like, I feel like that was one of the most pivotal songs in the transition of disco and R&B, man, because it had the disco beat and they totally went with an R&B direction, man. And I don't think they get the love as being pioneers that they should for that song.
But do they in general?
No, they don't.
I didn't think so. I didn't know if it was just me or not, but I never thought so. But they got a whole bunch of bangers, really, for real.
Bruh, the Whispers, greatest hits is full of bangers that you be like, damn, I didn't even realize how hard this slapped.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, didn't they do Outstanding? Did they do Outstanding?
No, that wasn't them.
Okay, I was just making sure.
But I mean, I know you put Rock Steady on. You know what time it is.
Absolutely.
All right, here's my own banger. Project Pat, If You Ain't From My Hood, because that song has been sampled by so many hip hop artists, and most people don't even know where the sample came from. But that song has been sampled at least, some part of that song has been sampled like 4 or 5 times in hip hop within the last couple years. Wow. And people just don't know, man. Project Pat, the greatest rapper to not be a good rapper. Yes.
Wait a minute. Greatest rapper not to be a good rapper.
I understand what he's saying, man. Here's the Project Pat, he'll out of 16, he'll give you like 6 really hot bars, and the rest of it is like, what the fuck you talking about?
And see, Ruben, I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Project Pat's superpower is if you've got a good beat, Project Pat is gonna rap on the beat so hard that the beat is always the star. Like every hit that Project Pat had, the beat was the star.
Well, you're right. Every hit that he had, yes.
The beat was the star, not Project Pat. Like he was just the dude that was up there.
Yeah.
He happened to be in the studio that day.
He really didn't fuck up no beat, man. He won't silk the shocker.
But the thing is, like, as a producer, when you got a hot beat, like, yeah, you want to make it a hit, but you also like, hey, I don't want somebody to come up here and fuck up my beat. Like, I don't want somebody to rap like the baby up there where he ain't nowhere close to the beat, or he's ahead of the beat, or he don't even know a beat's happening.
Okay. All right.
And this is your favorite artist, Ruben. Well, he's your favorite actor, but he's an artist as well. Tyrese. So when he first came out, Sweet Lady was the jam that everybody was all about.
Yeah.
But the song that came next was so much better, which was Lately. That song is so much better than Sweet Lady. But it just got drowned out because Sweet Lady was such a big hit. He released Lately, and the people who knew the album was like, oh yeah, that's the song. But the people who didn't was just like, nope, Sweet Lady is the only song he ever made. But Lately is a banger.
I saw that video the other day, man, Sweet Lady, and I was just like, damn, Tyrese, you gave up that singing career for acting.
He did quite well.
I mean, no, he didn't really give it up. He made an album a couple years ago that he was nominated for a Grammy for. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Who knew other than you? I didn't know that. Hell, I didn't know he came out on the records.
Apparently, a lot of people knew because it was acclaimed. Like
somebody knew something.
Some happened.
I mean, it was a dope track. I mean, I remember the single of it. It was just a dope track. But hey, man, I'm gonna let you know, fellas, if you out there, if you trying to set the mood, put on Lately.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a panty dropper. You know, but they don't make panty droppers anymore. But back in the day, young folks, we used to have certain songs that we knew were the songs that would moisturize the hips enough for the panties to slide down. And this was one of them.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And moisturize the hips so the panties will slide
just
down.
Slide down. Just slide down.
I like the way he completely like cleaned that shit up. Like he wasn't nasty about it or nothing. He was just like,
see, just like the music. The music wasn't nasty unless you really paid attention to what they were talking about.
Oh yeah.
But you know, no, we weren't talking about pussy popping on a handstand. We weren't talking about throat babies. It was just like, hey, I'm gonna massage these panties off. And you know, we're all adults here. We know what's coming next. We don't have to be graphic about it. We don't have to be graphic about it. There was an art to being nasty and clean all at the same time on the radio. And R&B had about an 8-year window in which they were good at. And then all of a sudden it was just like, you know what? Fuck the ambiguity. Bust it open for a nigga. And that's
it was about 88 to 96. That's about the gap for real. Like
R. Kelly.
It creeped into it creeped into the early 2000s. Believe it or not, there would be trickles of it. There'd be trickles of it.
Well, that's the last bastions of it.
Yeah. When that was all of it.
Yeah, 88 to 96. I mean,
because
people got pregnant.
I mean, because you
a lot of people got pregnant.
I mean, a lot of people get pregnant all the time. That's just.
But I'm just saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But when you think about like H-Town, knocking the boots. Like back in the day when we heard that, we was like, oh.
There's a pearl question going on.
I was never like that.
No, I'm talking about in general. In general, people are like, they're saying that on the radio.
Yeah,
especially at Christmas.
It ain't time for that yet, man. We
damn
it! A couple months from that, we still a couple months from that, man.
I hate that.
So a couple months from that, though. But yeah, you know. But now you put "Knocking the Boots" next to songs that happen now, we'd be like,
it's clean as shit.
Yeah, these are elementary school kids. Yo, you remember when I Want to Sex You Up? We was like, they said sex on the radio?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, like, they saying throat babies on the radio.
When you started talking about that was the only thing I could think of. And it was just rolling through my head, throat babies.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I hijacked the show on my tangent. I apologize, but that was my list.
That's fine. So, Kebiako is correct. It was Rock My World. That guy knows me because I liked Rock My World because it was soft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I like that song.
Now, the thing that you were doing with your mouth with the sound was not Rock My World. Like you were playing something else.
No, it was. No. It was. It literally. No, because it's do 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 do. Yeah, it's that whole. I mean, it wasn't exactly the music thing, but it was that.
Yeah,
that flow.
Mocha Cowboy. Does that sound like
yeah.
Tom's Diner? That's what that's what it was. It's by Suzanne Vega, and then somebody sampled it and used it somewhere else. Somebody sampled it and not stole it, but somebody sampled it and used it, repurposed it. And a lot. It depends on who you are. That's what you're going to gravitate to. Either going to say the one I'm talking about, but I can't think of the name. I guess Tom's Diner, or you're going to talk about Suzanne Vega's tune. So either one.
That's Tom's Diner.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Jackson ever used that.
These days, it's hard to tell because I'm going to tell you why. Like, so recently, because I'm serious, and like Rock the Bells Radio is LL Cool J's joint, they got this joint called Salute the Sample. And so him and DJ Z-Trip and Greg Nice, after talking about a whole bunch of crazy shit, they play this beat and then they flip it to what it is for the song. I've heard some shit.
Oh no.
Like,
and
so
that
like,
is dope. I've watched that before too. It's dope when you see where they sample stuff from.
Yeah, and it's just like, how did you get that? Wow, that's good. So I'm kind of curious now. I might have to do some research on that because I'm very curious about that now. All right, cool. So, yeah, I was pretty much in the same thing I was thinking. So for me, I have 5. Let's see. Like, so Boyz II Men fan. Huge Boyz II Men fan. I'm a sucker for their B-side stuff. Because I think their B-side stuff is really, really good. Like the song Thank You. That song is awesome. And that gets 0 play.
Well, it wasn't a single. That's why.
I mean, but a lot of stuff don't about singles either.
What I'm saying is just like it gets no play. Like it's a song that's on the album that's almost damn near interlude song. You're right, it's a banger, but like, why would you expect a non-single to get the same burn? Because every song I said was a single, actually.
Well, see, and that's fine. Because I mean, I thought a little bit about that, and I thought a little bit about other stuff too. Because I have some on my list that are singles, but I also have some on my list that are more B-sides. Because at least back in the day, I used to really listen to a lot of B-sides. I used to listen to like whole albums and stuff. These days, not so much. Because it doesn't, depending on who it is, it may interest me and sometimes it just does not. But like Boyz II Men, I'm a big Boyz II Men fan, and like I really just like that song. How about they went, and plus Virginia's in it too, so that's cool. Another song that did get some burn, but I felt like it didn't get enough burn, and y'all gonna be like, that shit got a lot of burn. Like Santana and Rob Thomas Smooth. That song was...
That didn't get burned?
Santana got... like that album, when he came out with that album, a couple songs did get some burn. That did get a burn, but I don't think it got the burn that should have.
Didn't they win awards for that?
Yeah.
The album,
record,
yeah.
That whole record.
He won awards.
Hey, upset. But let's be real.
Not enough.
They played that song all year.
Not enough.
Not enough for me. I hate all of it.
You made the criteria for it. My5.
Didn't that
and
record?
Then you kind of went against yours.
I didn't know it had records. I didn't research the shit. So
didn't that record win multiple Grammys?
I thought
album. I thought the whole album did. But I don't know about the individual songs.
That's what I'm saying.
Usually, if a whole album does, it's because there were some singles that really did well. It's usually they usually.
Just saying.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Your list, man. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Your list, man.
That is
I'm
funny.
sorry. I ain't sorry.
I will bring up an R. Kelly joint. Now, I don't know if it got burned or not. I actually ran across this track accidentally. And I think it's one of his newer songs, Cookie. I don't know how much burn it truly got, but I'm looking at Moby's face, and did it get a lot of burn, Moby? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, compared to most R. Kelly songs, no. I mean, but
okay, that song is dope. And I felt like, honestly, that is like one of his few songs where he was like being an adult, and he's just like, I just want it. I want the cookie. Blah blah. Blah. Though his cadence and stuff with it was different, but it was like, yeah.
But see, the problem, Ruben, was he was an adult in all of his songs. It's just his target audience was an adult.
I understand that.
That was so good.
But I felt like
he was an adult in all his songs.
I felt like this is one of the songs where he was actually like being an adult. He was talking to adult women.
Hold on, you didn't hear "Happy People"?
No, that's the makeup song for all the bullshit he was talking about
Still
earlier.
an adult song for the steppers.
I mean, is that really a step song? Happy People?
Yeah.
Okay.
And step in the name of love. It was like,
yeah, I know
like,
Step in the Name of
It's
Love.
like Step in the name of love part 2. Happy People. Like,
Is that what it is?
Pretty much.
Okay. Another track that I thought was really dope, old school, Slum Village, Selfish.
Okay.
I don't remember that getting a bunch of burn back in the
plenty
day.
of burn, but not enough burn, because that song is awesome.
Wasn't that John Legend's like first track?
That was one of the first songs you really heard John Legend on.
Yeah.
And that was a beat that everybody thought was Kanye, and it wasn't.
Nope, but Kanye was on the track.
Yep.
And he spit a nice 16 on that. And then the other one that honestly I ran across the other day, and I was like, damn, I know this got burned in a day, but this gets zero burn now, just because people don't know who he is. Remember Pleasure P? He came out with that Boyfriend number 2 track.
Stop it. Stop it. When you said Pleasure P, the list was over with. Hey, what else we got on the docket? Like, I know. Hey, look, I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm not gonna let you finish. We gone. Like, what's the next topic? Like, hey, don't you got some crazy world to talk about, bro? Matter of fact, the fact that you're trying to bring Pleasure P in any positive musical list, that's crazy world right there. Like,
oh shit! I didn't realize you like Pleasure P like that.
No. Not just like the Pleasure P, but you're about to say any Pleasure P song that didn't get enough burn. Every Pleasure P song got too much burn.
That beat was banging though. The beat on that track was banging. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, that's funny.
There's not enough in this cup.
There ain't nothing in the cup. He nice. All right. Well, with that being said, I guess I am gonna move over.
Yeah, get some crazy world, because that was crazy right there.
So we got a great crazy world article that I found, and I was like, I know I'm gonna get some good fat feedback on this. This is the article. The name of the article. A Finnish man places 26.5 pounds of dynamite in his friend's vehicles and claims it was a joke.
Did you say 26 pounds?
26.5 pounds, 12 kilograms of dynamite in 2 cars belonging to a friend, and said it was a joke. The owner did not see it as funny and called the police. And he put the explosives in the car on August 3rd, and he said, I didn't intend to blow him up. However, that dude could face up to 2 years in prison, and they do know each other. He said it was a joke, but nobody knows where he got the explosives from. So, Moby, somebody places 12 kilograms of explosive in your vehicles. Does it go down that simple?
I mean, me and that white person aren't going to be friends anymore.
Okay, my question to you, Ruben, is he wrong?
I mean,
is he wrong? Just yes or no? Is he wrong?
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, you haven't answered me yet. Is he wrong? You laughing like, is he wrong?
We don't play pranks like that. Like those ain't the type of pranks we play.
He said me and that white person ain't friends no more. I mean, you ain't wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Man.
That's all.
I mean, I wouldn't know where to get 12 grams of dynamite, much less kilograms.
First of all, how do you get that much dynamite without setting off some federal law enforcement agency?
They were in Denmark, so.
Oh, I thought it was America.
Easier.
Okay.
Oh, God, no. Now, you'd have heard about this shit.
Don't go to Denmark and piss somebody off.
Yeah,
I mean,
what about you?
And here's the thing, man. Like, for you to say it was a joke, you got terrible sense of humor. But let's say you get in a car accident and you got dynamite, and then there's a gas leak, and then there's explode. Like, bro, like that's damn near a terrorist attack.
So
it's a car bombing.
Which is interesting because they didn't explain like exactly what it was, because it's all different, right? I mean, C4 is different from dynamite sticks.
Once again, they're all explosive, and you're putting it in a container or a vehicle that can already be an explosive with one gas leak. Any random car accident and the gas tank's leaking, that catches on fire, and then fire makes dynamite go boom. That's generally how it works. Like, it doesn't matter what type it is.
I want to add something. What if you just simply get pulled over and you haven't seen the dynamite yet? What?
Tell the cop, hey, you got any weapons? Nah, man. Hey, what's this 26 pounds of dynamite?
Exactly.
Sir, I've never seen that in my life.
That's my child's Play-Doh.
No, I just like, sir, I have never seen that dynamite in my life.
My fingerprint's not even on that shit. What?
It's in your vehicle, don't matter.
So yeah, man. I mean, AG. I mean, I assume. Do you agree with Mobile?
Yeah, there's no need for me to say anything, because I'm going to call police and I'm going to take it as far as the law will let me. You tried to kill me. That's not a prank. You tried to kill me.
Exactly.
You know what a prank is? Putting like 5,000 Super Balls in your car, filling it with rice, anything that won't hurt anybody or your vehicle. You put 26 pounds of explosives in my car. You are trying to kill me.
Actually, it was split in half into two cars.
Okay, you're trying to kill me twice.
Which means it can't be a joke, because you trying to play a joke. You put it in one vehicle. You put it in both. You trying to make sure no matter what car I go in, I can go in.
Exactly.
That's a well thought out conspiracy to kill me. That ain't no goddamn prank.
Well, and ladies and gentlemen, that's why they do dumbass shit like that in Denmark.
No, they don't do shit like that in Denmark. He did shit like that in Denmark. Don't go trying to blame the country, a country that does not see nearly the amount of terrorist attacks and insurgents and capital riots and mass murders as our country. Let's not go painting Denmark in a negative light because this dumbass tried to kill his boy.
That's fair. All right, cool. So, yeah, that is that is a crazy world. I figured that was crazy enough for one day. So, part 2 of our My5. We're gonna make this even funner. Yes, I know it's not a word, but I just made it up. So, all right, 5 simple questions, and it's simple. So, first question.
Fifth.
Nope, it's not that kind of question. God damn it. Fifth. So, ketchup and mustard. Is it in the fridge or is it on the shelf? Somebody can start. It doesn't matter. Like, where do you keep your ketchup and mustard?
I mean,
I know, but it's like, I think
it's supposed to go in the fridge. If it has not been opened, it can be stocked in the cupboard. Once it has been opened, it is supposed to make its way into the fridge. If you don't do that, you're nasty.
My wife has a cousin, y'all. I was a little confused because, obviously most people that don't have a diner keep their stuff in the refrigerator. But we go to a diner or any kind of eatery and we use the ketchup on the table and it's been out all day, every day. It spends most of its time outside on the table. So I'm like, can you just leave it out after you've opened it?
What about your house? In your house, AG, is the ketchup and mustard in the fridge?
All day.
Or is it
all day
in the fridge?
All day, no question. I tried to store onions. I mean, not onions. I tried to store oranges outside of the refrigerator. My wife wouldn't have it, bro.
I mean, let me counter to that restaurant thing too, because if you were planning on using the whole bottle of ketchup within the next 3 or 4 days, sure, keep it out. 3 or 4 days, restaurant, that ketchup ain't sitting there for months. People use it. They refill the bottles a lot of times. But if you keep it in your house, you don't go through a bottle of ketchup in a week.
That's
you
true.
usually go through a bottle of ketchup in a while, like a month and a half.
I get that. Because I always thought about it. I just always thought about it. It was like, wait a minute. This ketchup's just been sitting out. In fact, all these ketchups are all sitting out. But anyway, yeah. When I'm at home, freezer. Not freezer, but refrigerator.
Yeah, so to help you with that, I've worked at a restaurant before. So yes, ketchup and mustard, I would say the average bottle lasts about 6 to 8 days. But most of the time it's out. Okay. I've seen some places where they put it in a cold storage or whatever every night. But then there have been some places where I've seen where, that bitch just sits there. I don't own ketchup, so it's weird to me. I don't have ketchup in my house, but my mustard is definitely in the fridge. My mustard's in the fridge before it's even open. Like,
you don't put it in the cupboard?
Not at all.
Okay,
that shit goes straight to the refrigerator. I don't know why.
I ain't mad at you for that either.
I mean, I don't know why. It just does. Cool. Your opinion. The best movie franchise, in your opinion?
Star Wars, hands down.
Moby? He's in deep thought over there.
I don't know if I'm in deep thought, but I mean, God, it's a
loaded question, yes.
I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's such an easy question to say because that's the end all be all for Star Wars fans. That's always their first go-to. But if you're just a fan of movies and you're not a Star Wars guy, I don't know which one I go to first. I mean,
how about this? How about rephrasing the question? Like, what is your desert island franchise? You got one. Who are you taking with you? Because that's the one I would take with me. I know I'm going to watch that over and over again.
It's one of two, and one is like a really popular choice. I would say Lord of the Rings. I would remove the Hobbit series, though. Not a big Hobbit trilogy guy.
Okay.
It didn't move me. The other one sounds weird, but I'd probably say Back to the Future. Because I don't know why when I was a kid, it's a childhood thing. Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 was just cool. Now when I look at it now, I'm just like, man, all their theories on time travel and stuff just kind of messed it up for every other movie that wanted to explain time travel, because everybody tries to go against everything Back to the Future did about time travel. But it was fun in its day.
This is a hard question for me as well, because
yeah, but you had hours to think about it. You gave us like 15 seconds.
He's going to kill you with that. But you had hours to think about this.
I still didn't come with an answer. I'm a huge fan of the Star Trek franchise, both parts. Because I mean, honestly, Ricardo Montalban, not Ricardo Montalban, James T. Kirk, Khan! Like, that forever is burned in my brain, man. And then when they redid it, and Spock said it, it was beautiful. Like, I would go Star Trek, man. And honestly, I think a lot of it's because I think the TV series kept it alive more than anything else. Because anything that ever come out with Star Trek is gonna be compared to that TV series, and that TV series was better than it should have been. I mean, you're talking about, especially the Terrible Troubles episodes. Like, come on, man, a bunch of puffballs and that sort of moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, they had like 2 or 3 episodes of the Terrible Troubles.
I think if you're not a Star Trek fan, you probably heard about or seen that one.
Oh man, the Terrible Troubles ones are great. Those are the greatest episodes ever.
Hey, I rescind my Back to the Future thing. I can't do that now. Because now I've had time to think, and I will put the Karate Kid series over that, and I will put Rocky, because even though Rocky has the same storyline in every damn movie, like, it's still so. Those are such relatable characters, man. Like, everybody, like the joy of Rocky was the simplicity in which that man thought.
I'm glad you like Rocky.
Sure.
Hold on. You might say you don't like Rocky, and that's fair. It's not for everybody. But most people can watch Rocky and just damn near be brain dead, just because it's such a familiar formula. He's a delightful underdog who is very simplistic. He's like the Forrest Gump of boxing. He has so many brilliant quotes in all those movies, and he's really just a simplistic guy. Like, when he made the statement, life ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. I'm like, that's such a simple way of thinking, but so relatable. Sure. Like, if you can't watch Rocky and be somewhat motivated to do something, you're just not even alive, man. Like, you don't have to like the movie to feel motivated.
Sure.
I have to like the movie to watch it.
I mean, look, that's cool. You don't have to watch it, but I have seen some of the shit you have chosen to watch, and, like, believe me, most people would rate that high on some of the shit list you've had,
and that is fine. And I ain't got no issues with that.
It's kind of weird though, because, like, you're kind of a sucker for underdog stories, and you hate that one.
I don't hate it. I'm bored. Because you're right. It's the same fucking movie 5 times. I'm just saying. I just can't. And honestly, I just don't like Sylvester Stallone back then. I think
he was at his
he was
peak.
not relatable to me.
Him back then.
But that movie was not relatable to me. It just,
why not?
It was okay. I don't know. It just wasn't.
Hold on. I don't relate to the white Italian dude in Philadelphia either. I just relate to the story of the idea of an underdog that wasn't supposed to be there, that just tries really fucking hard. Like, his superpower is really, he tries really hard. And I even love the humility that the character exudes after the fact. Like in Creed, when they're really boasting Apollo Creed, and Creed's son's like, hey, well, how'd you beat him? I didn't. Your dad just was kind of old when I fought him. Like, the humility of his character is not even relatable. It's admirable. Like, you just admire the humility in Rocky's character. That's why I just didn't feel right when he wasn't in the last Creed movie. It just didn't feel right.
Had to have
I noticed that too. Still liked it though.
Oh no, Sylvester Stallone made a big ass stink about it because he's a bitch. He was pretty much like, well, I'm never watching that. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, whatever, man.
Oh, I thought it was by design.
Yes and
Michael B. Jordan. It wasn't written with him in it, and Michael B. Jordan directed it. However, Stallone did make some comments about him because somebody asked him, "How come you weren't in it or whatever?" And then he made his snide ass comment. And then, are you gonna watch it? He's like, no, I'm never gonna watch it.
His comment wasn't directed towards Michael B. It was directed towards the studio, because the studio didn't pay him for the character rights, even though essentially he created all the characters in the movie. So that's what his big stink was about.
Wow,
and I
they didn't pay him for Creed? How do you not pay him for Creed?
Well, so what I'm saying, this movie that he wasn't written to be in, he still didn't get any. Exactly, when it's like he created the characters.
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying. How do you not pay him? This is his character.
Because the studio said they owned it. So his beef was really more towards the executive producer and everything, not towards Michael B. Jordan. They apparently still cool. He still refers to Sylvester as Unc.
Yeah, I mean,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's why they on strike now. Stuff like that. Okay.
Man, that strike.
Wow.
I really don't think that strike is going to end anytime soon.
It's not.
And people just keep moving like that shit's going to end soon. Like, nah, it's going to be 2025 and we're going to realize, damn, we ain't had no real movies.
That's what I was telling Lauren today. It's just like, this is the time you need to catch up on the stuff that you couldn't catch up with because there was so much stuff coming out. Because there's nothing going to be coming out for the next year, I promise you. Because these people ain't trying to pay people. Most of the time, no one wants to pay talent. No one. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why we probably have the problem with arts in school and arts in general. We don't really see it as hard work, like Ruben said earlier. So we don't think we need to pay for it. We think it's supposed to be free because we think it's easy. So yeah, this is going to be a minute.
Okay. So to the board, James Bond movies, yeah, there are a lot of them in there. Mission Impossible. I thought about Mission Impossible, but I furiously hate the first one.
What?
I don't like the first one.
I'm not a fan of the first one either. But then again, I'm not a super Mission Impossible fan either. I will say I've enjoyed every one. It's the first one. If I only saw the first one, if you asked me did I want another one, I would have said no. But then the next one came out and I was like, okay, this was way better than the first one.
Like, and I feel like the last trilogy of movies are the greatest for that franchise. You know, I'm a big fan of the last three. You know, I don't know why I haven't gone to see this new one. I really want to see it because I know it's going to be good. But it's also a part one, so I'm kind of just like waiting for the other shoe to drop first. I don't know. Fast and Furious. I thought about that too because they got 10. I haven't seen 10 yet, but oh god. What?
Time out. Your criticism towards Rocky was that it was the same movie every time. Yes.
He said yes.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me that them Fast and Furious movies for the most part ain't the same goddamn movie every time.
First of all, I did say that. And I also didn't pick that as the franchise.
I'm just saying, but you nodded your head in agreement. Like, yeah, I thought about that one too. And I'm just like, you ain't give him shit about saying it. But I say Rocky and you like, nah, it's the same fucking movie every time.
I mean, you said that yourself too.
I gotta hear Vin Diesel talk about family in another goddamn movie.
Okay. Jesus.
You might as well be Groot in that shit, man.
Wow.
We are family. We are family. My family.
Man.
I'm family. We're family.
I will say this, Mogul Cowboy. I do wish they'd done more with the Triple X. I thought all three of them were pretty decent.
I thought the idea of Triple X was better than the execution of some Triple X movie.
Yeah.
Like I really thought it was cool to make like a modern day James Bond without it being like super spy, like a different type of cool. Yeah. I just didn't think the execution was well. I thought it was dope when they had Ice Cube make an appearance in one. Just
well, because he was in the second one.
Yeah, so I thought it was cool, but like, yeah, I think the execution is what failed. That the idea was great.
In the grand scheme of things, the third Triple X movie, as it was written, was terrible. I mean, compared to the first two, it wasn't a good plot. It wasn't a good all of that. They introduced a whole bunch of new people, which is good, I guess. But it's like, we're gonna cram all this shit into this movie and see what happens. And that's and what happened was they ain't come out with another one.
See, here's the thing. that is a usually surefire sign that the third movie is going to be terrible. When they introduce a ton of new characters.
Yep.
Because your trilogy should pick off and really piggyback and go farther in depth on the first two movies, not try to introduce a whole bunch of new characters. Even if the movie's slightly entertaining, it's always going to feel like it's disconnected. Hence, think about Blade. The third Blade movie was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was comical. It just didn't really tie the storyline together because we were introduced to a whole new crew.
Well, the only thing that tied together was Blade and the new people because the girl was Whistler's daughter. That's literally it. Hey, he died. This is this kid who came out of absolutely nowhere.
It's kind of lazy writing, and I'm being critical of writers after I just said they're not coming back soon. But it's lazy writing when it's just like, hey, I don't really know how to make these characters grow anymore. So let me just introduce some new people that you didn't know about that apparently existed without you knowing. Let's make a story.
I mean, honestly,
kind of like black elves in Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Like, also, hey, there were black elves back then, but they're not gone now.
By
the time you get to Lord of the Rings, either they, went to the ship back off to where all the elves went, or they just died because, even our elves are racist.
I mean, once the writers do come back and, I hope they, honestly, because I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 today. That movie was easily just as good as the first two, if not.
Oh, it was better. It was better than the second one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. That's my favorite one.
I mean, man, and James Gunn wrote all three of them. They need to take some lessons from that dude.
Did he write them or did he just direct them?
No, he wrote them.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Because my wife knows the brother from Gilmore Girls. I was like,
Sean Gunn. Yep, he's in all three.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it, right? Like, that's how you can tell it was super personal in that movie because he wrote it because he wrote the first two, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that he would pop in
because he developed the characters that we already knew, as opposed to trying to introduce us to a whole bunch of new people.
Yep. I mean, so he does it all. He writes and he directs and all that. So
there's only one thing he doesn't do.
Act.
Nope. Save DC because that shit's trash.
I don't know. Well, he hasn't done anything like that.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He ain't Jesus. He can't save everything.
Well, we'll find out.
Now they can blow it up and start over.
I thought that was the plan. They fired everybody.
Once again, we thought it was the plan, but have they really started that? Especially being that they're saying Wonder Woman is going to be, she's getting her own. Never mind. I'm not a DC guy. Y'all have it.
And first of all, they didn't fire everybody. They kept the dude who played Aquaman, and they kept Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. He's doing something else. He's not going to stay Aquaman. He's doing something else. But they did keep Gal Gadot, and they have a movie coming out in like 3 years. So I don't know how much this is getting held up, but it's what it is. All right. Next question. The best love song that you've ever heard.
Bruh, you're giving us 2 seconds to say what the best.
All right, let's say a good love song.
I mean,
because everybody's got a go-to.
I got a good one.
Yeah.
Endless Love to me is good. Okay. Actually, it's great, to be honest with you, but that's the one that came to mind when you said that.
Jesus, man. There's so many love songs, man.
Then pick one.
And
just get in a fight with yourself later about it.
Nah, I'm not going to get in a fight with myself later about it. I'm just going to be like, there's probably other songs I could have thought of.
I mean, you had Sweet Lady. You can say that one.
I mean, that's a panty dropper. Well, Sweet Lady is a panty dropper. Those are different types of songs.
Something for Luther by Kaviaka. That's a good song.
I mean, any Luther song almost. Like,
I mean, you haven't mentioned a Sade song.
I mean, those are my own personal songs that I like to keip to myself. That's none of your business, sir.
This guy right here.
That's none of
my personal affairs.
I am an end of the road guy. I'm a fan.
That's
a sucker. That's a sucker right there, man. I'm a sucker for that song.
I mean, I guess a good love song to me, it probably would be Sade, because now all I can think about is this is no ordinary love, man.
You got Sade on the brain now. Good.
Man, there's worse things I could think about.
Truth.
Yes.
And I can't think of too many better things.
Another love song I'll throw in there, because I realized that I wrote one up here and I did say it. In Vogue, giving him something he can feel.
That's a love song?
Yeah, see, I think our definition of love songs are skewed, because that's kind of a
panty dropper.
That's kind of
underwear dropper.
That's a boxer brief dropper right there.
I've always liked In Vogue. I wish, I don't know. It sucks that they broke up, and it sucks they're probably too old to do anything now. But
I'll say a love song that y'all probably don't even know. It's by Jeanne. Rendezvous for Love. I think it's one of the most beautiful songs ever written. It's called Rendezvous for Love. It's whew.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have to play that later on.
So within I mean, we TVMA here, but I don't want you to go too deep about some shit.
Fifth. I play the fifth. Like, bro, you gotta put that disclaimer up there. I play the fifth.
Nicest thing a significant other has ever done for you that left you speechless. I'll start because y'all gotta think about it. When I was much younger and I was dating this girl, she sent a bouquet of flowers to my work for my birthday. Speechless.
You got flowers?
I got flowers to my work on my birthday.
Well, no matter what I think of, I can't come behind that.
Look, Ruben, just take this compliment. Like, the fact that you had a woman send you flowers, you must have laid that thing down. You must have laid that thing
I wasn't gonna say nothing because that was my first thought. Actually, that's my second thought. A dude got flowers? Oh, that dick must have been good.
Bro, you must have gave her that as yet penis. She saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers. Like,
wow.
Just saying, man. Who gets flowers?
Hey.
This slow clap.
Hey, if my headset were on top of my hat, man, I'd tip my cap to you right there, sir. Sir, you are the winner of this round.
That's no winner.
I can't think of anything. Moco Cowboy gave me the clap.
I mean, I'll tell you something that left me speechless, and it happened recently. Like, here's the thing. I don't want anybody to, like, automatically start putting me in the whole guilty guy syndrome. But as a married guy, you're always feeling like you're one statement away from being guilty. So just out the blue, she looked at me and said, "Thank you for being such an amazing husband." And I instantly was like, "Oh shit." Oh shit. I'm going back. I'm like, damn, did I forget to do that? Did I forget to take that outside? Did I forget to, what was I supposed to do? And she was like, no, seriously. She was like, no, I was just talking with people and they were talking about their significant others. And I just realized that, I don't have as much to complain about. And then she said, I remember what
you complain about.
Hey, look, man, you take your wins, bro. Take your wins. Like, I don't argue with Dubs.
He beat me to it because I was about to say, take that W and keep it moving.
Yeah, I don't argue with Dubs. But then she was like, she didn't diminish the Dub, but it kind of made it funny to me because she was like, yeah, because I got this guy at work that's from another country, and she was like, in his culture, they don't really do any of the parenting. So she was like, I just remember when Kira was a baby and she was crying all night and you slept through the whole night, but you woke up and looked at me and just realized that I had been up all night, and you said, just go back to sleep, and you took the day off and you took care of Kira that day, and that meant the world for me. And I was just like, so I did that one thing that one time 12 years ago. But then I kicked myself.
I just realized that you're a great husband.
But then I kicked myself because I'm like, bro, instead of focusing on the fact that she could only think of one thing that I did in 12 years, I should have just been like, she could think of that thing. That's a win. That is a dub. I'm gonna start bringing that shit up all the time. Hey, you remember that time Kara kept your ass up that night?
Oh, that's hilarious.
He just dumbed down.
And I looked at you and said, I got you, babe. Stay asleep. I'm gonna hold it down for you.
Stay asleep.
I'm gonna hold it down for you.
I got you.
So now my motto is like that one thing, that one time. That's all. Look, that's all. As a guy, you just gotta do that one thing, that one time.
That's so sad.
I can think of a whole bunch of things that I thought in my past could be that thing that she would point to, but that was the one. I'm just like, hey, I'm not gonna argue with it. A win's a win.
You think of anything, AG?
No, actually, I can. I really can. I mean, the first thing that came to mind is she said yes. Other than that,
Well, you had a doubt.
Hey man, when you're punching above your weight class, it is what it is. I'm just saying.
I'm be honest. Like if you're a guy and you ask a woman to marry you, and you don't have some doubts of her saying yes, she ain't the one. Because that means you ain't worried about the consequences of not marrying her.
It's not wrong.
Like
well,
you supposed to be. Man, bro, no matter how many times you have that conversation, no matter how confident you feel in that relationship, if it really means something to you, you don't want to hear that no, because at the end of the day, if you ready to marry somebody and they say no, I love when people on the shows go, hey, we're rushing into it. Let's still, I think, look, if she says no, the relationship over. If one person's ready to marry and the other one ain't, if that other person says no, just fight. Just cut your losses, man. Because y'all ain't never going to be on the same page. Like, just be like, hey, thank you for the memories. Let me go get my money back for this ring. And keep it moving, man. Go buy yourself some J's, a gym membership, and try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Some guys can buy a car.
Yeah.
Man.
But no, like if you ain't got a little bit of doubt when you ask, then it ain't the right one.
Okay.
Not wrong.
Cool. Have you ever had any good pickup lines or pickup lines that failed?
Not a one. Not one.
You've never had either?
Because I don't have. First of all, you gotta
line?
have a pickup line for it to fail. I don't have a pickup line.
What's up, girl? None of that.
That's
no?
not a pickup line.
I used a pickup line one time.
Oh God.
One time.
Did it work?
Amazingly, it did. And I used the pickup line as a joke, and it worked. And I never went back to that bag again because I just thought, hey man, I'm 1,000% right now. Let's not ruin it. No, seriously, because usually my approach was the direct approach to just like talk, not try to do a pickup line. But I remember I was in Southgate Mall, so in Colonial Heights for all y'all don't know, and
South Park? Oh, it's
South Park. Yeah, so Southgate Mall. I'm sorry. So South Park Mall, and I come to Petersburg to go kick it with my cousin E.
Oh.
And I think I was about to go to high school. I had just hit my growth spurt over that summer. And E was always the more pleasing to the ladies. Like, cause he had no problem walking through the mall and getting women. Me, I was just growing into my own. I had just grown 6 inches. So I'm in the mall and me and him talking. I see a girl and he was like, ain't no way. And I'm like, bruh, I got it. And he was like, nah. I'm like, hey, trust me. I got it. So as I'm walking over there, I realized, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to say. I just know that my male ego told my cousin, who I've always looked up to in that fashion, that I was going to bag this one. So I walked over to her and she looked at me. As soon as I talked, I was like, look, I ain't got nothing clever to say. So how about you tell me what I need to say to you to get your phone number?
Nice.
And she started laughing and we just started talking for like 20 minutes. I got a phone number. Like, I have no idea why that worked. And I never went back to that bag. And hell yeah, I called her. Until I realized that once upon a time she had, talked to my cousin who was standing right there. And I'm like,
he didn't warn you?
Look.
Wait a minute.
Look, we not
saw the girl and didn't say, yo, man.
AG, this ain't about Deacon E right now.
Deacon E.
He is a deacon. I'm not trying to dredge up any old memories from him. Like he's a changed guy right now. But yeah, he let me get this chick phone number. I started talking to her, and then one day he was like, "You still talking to her?" And then he just called her and was like, "So you still talking to my cousin?" And I'm like, "Bruh."
That is cold, man.
So you'll get his sloppy seconds?
And I didn't get it. I mean, look, I was going to high school. I didn't know what getting it was. I was trying.
He was trying to figure it out.
David King, girl, you so fine, drink it. That's nasty.
That's some old sugar daddy pimp lines right there. Like, the next thing you gonna say is, "Whatever your man won't do, I will do to you."
To you.
That even made my flag fall. My flag was like, "Nope, I'm out."
She was like, "Fuck this."
My George was like, "We're winners, son," and that was a loser line.
Awesome. AG, what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, a woman was shot today.
Oh.
A guy didn't appreciate the rainbow flag she was hanging outside of her place of business. She went outside to... Huh?
He just went and shot her?
Well, what he tried to do first was take the flag down. She got shot because she went outside to figure out, why are you trying to, mess with my property here? What are you doing? And he shot her in cold blood. And I'm like, the only thing I can think, and I think I've said this before, and I just want to say it again. All these people out here think they repping God or cleansing, as it were, in the name of God. Y'all going to hell. Plain and simple. Ain't none of y'all going to heaven. You're not doing the right thing. You ain't living right. You're going to hell. Just saying. There's not one racist there. Not one. And all this hateful stuff y'all doing out here and then slap God on it and think it's okay. It's not. You have your own agenda. You're doing what you want to do, whatever, that's fine. But to slap that on there, no. So you ain't got to stop. This is not a plea for you to stop. It's not a call to action. I'm just letting you know. You're barking up the wrong tree. You're going to hell. That's all that's on my mind.
You can't pick and choose what flavor of the Jesus juice you want to drink.
Well, they think they can.
You either drink it all or you don't drink none.
There it is. That's it. There it is. Just letting y'all know. To hell you go.
Dang, that's...
To hell you go.
Just saying.
I like how you just casually threw him in hell. Yeah, you going to hell. Don't worry about it.
I mean, they out here casually killing people.
That's true.
In cold blood. So what's the difference from what they did and what I said?
No lies detected.
Just saying. Because they actually think they're doing a good thing. No, you're not.
I just agree with you though. I don't think they actually think they're doing a good thing.
They don't?
I think they've just really figured out that based on their contextualization of what Christianity is, as long as they say they're doing it for God, and as long as they ask for forgiveness, they're okay.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, they did put Jesus on the cross with sticks in his hands. So, all right.
Yeah, and Paul changed his ways, by the way. Yeah, if you don't get it right by the time you die, you're done. Just letting you know. That hateful stuff is not gonna make it through the doors. So anyway, that's what's on my mind.
Well, condolences to her family.
Sure.
And that sucks because
she went to work thinking she's gonna get home, and she did not get home.
I hope that they throw away the key and hope he burns in hell.
Well, actually, he ended up having a shootout with police that killed him. So instant karma.
What a man! That's some bullshit. Sometimes I wish they could just bring those dudes back and just be like, "Nah, bitch, you ain't going out the easy way."
Nah, he kind of wanted to. He did everything he could to get shot. So just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because more people wouldn't do that if they knew all they're gonna do is resurrect them, and you'll be in a much worse position. You'll be in a much worse position. Like you can just be a vegetable and just be alive. Because that's to understand what's going on and can't do nothing. That's got to be the worst cage ever. But well, that sucks. All right, Moby, what's on your mind?
Wow, it's not as, I guess it might be as heavy as what AG said, but I had an epiphany this week that relationship between people of color and police ain't never gonna get better. And I don't like being the pessimistic person that says that. I don't like it seeming as if I have a vendetta against police, or I feel as if things can't get better. But at the end of the day, we're kind of a slave to experience. So I got my first DWB earlier this week for the first time in actually about 6 or 7 months. It's been a minute. I have been pulled over a lot of times in my life. I've received 1 ticket in my life, but I've been pulled over a lot of times in my life. And I can honestly say about 75 to 80% of the experiences I've had when I've been pulled over have been whatever. They've been either straightforward. I'd almost say some of them were nice. Had a couple jokes with some police officers at ODU when I was getting pulled over all the time at ODU. Because I got pulled over one time for playing my music too loud. And then when the cop came, he was like, "Hey man, it's like the 3rd time I've had to pull you over because you're playing your music too loud." I just started busting out laughing. And he was like, "What's funny?" And I pointed to my car stereo, which had just been stolen the day before. So I literally didn't even have a stereo in my car. So I was like, "Hey, wasn't me this time." And we both got a good laugh out of it. He let me go. It's whatever. But so a couple days ago, I rented a car because I had to rent a car. I had to get my work vehicle, which is in Fairfax. So I rented a car from here on my way home because I was going to get my car the next day. So I just rented a car so I wouldn't have to go there early in the morning. I'm not even a half mile from my house. I was probably about a mile from my house when I first saw the police. They had pulled some guy over. They look at me, make eye contact with me in my car as I'm driving by them. They run to their car. I see them run to their car. I'm thinking, damn, they must got another call. I keep it moving. Get to the stop sign, turn. 2 turns later, as I see them illegally pass somebody on an overpass just to get behind me, puts his lights on, pulls me over in an apartment complex that I can literally see from my window right now. And they come out. First cop says, "You know why I pulled you over?" Now, I could have used this time to say a smart ass line. I didn't. I'm always pretty cordial with the cops. I'm not one of those fuck the police people, at least not to their face. So I was like, nah. He was like, "You kind of did a California roll at that stop sign." And I said, "Which stop sign?" And he stuttered because he didn't know what stop sign I had done it at because I hadn't done it. And I was like, "Which stop sign?" He was like, a few turns back." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean over by the church where you had somebody else pulled over?" And he was like, "Yeah, that might have been the one." That might have been the one. I had New York tags on the car because it's a rental. So the first thing he asked me, "Are you from New York?" No. "So your tags say New York." "You're right, they do." I hand him my South Carolina driver's license, which confuses him. I can see this man is totally confused now. So I go, "Hey, I just rented this car from the airport. So yeah." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And I give him the rental agreement. He was like, "Man, I can never read these rental agreements," because he's trying to match it up with the VIN or whatnot. At least he's acting like he is. And then he goes, "Well, what you doing in town?" Not necessarily a standard question for California rolling the stop sign. But I go, "Just visiting family." And he goes, "For how long?" I'm like, "For a while." And he's like, "What family?" And I said, "Mine." I thought that was a reasonable answer. So the other police officer goes in my other window and asks me to roll it down. I roll it down halfway, start talking to him, and he goes, "So how long are you going to be here?" I'm like, "Not too long." And he was like, "Okay, so how?" I was like, "But I only have the rental car till tomorrow." And he goes back and he goes back to run my license and everything. And then the other guy starts talking to me and he's like, "Hey, so how long are you going to be here?" Literally asking me the same questions the other dude got. So I gave him all the same answers with different wording, since he was going to ask me all the same questions with different wording. So then he asked me, "Well, what are you doing here?" visiting family. Thought we had already established that. And then he like put his hands on the window like he was trying to push it down a little bit. And I was like, am I making you uncomfortable? And he was like, no. He was like, do you have any weapons or anything? And I'm like, it'd be kind of hard for me to have weapons. I just got this car 20 minutes ago. And my book bag is sitting, my work book bag with my laptop. And he was like, can I see in the bag? And I'm like, you really have no reason to look in the bag. So nah, we're good. Now, at this point in time, I thought he was going to be an asshole. But actually, he backed off. He was like, all right, cool. And once he said, all right, cool, I was like, all right, this guy might be okay. So I unzipped the book bag and I'm like, hey, I'll show you. It's my laptop. He was like, thanks, man. You didn't have to do that. Cool. And then I could see his body language for the rest of the stop was like, I don't want to fucking be here. But the other guy, not so much. He comes back to the car, unclips the gun. I see him do it as he walks, but he doesn't grab it or anything. He goes, hey, your rental agreement's only for a day, but you said you were going to be here for a couple of days. So what's up with that? And I'm like, well, I only need the car for a day. And he was like, so what are you doing here? I'm like, just visiting. And he was like, I'm kind of confused. And I'm like, well, I can unconfuse you, but I don't understand why. And I go, hey, I'm going to pick up a vehicle. I said, I'm only going to be here for a day. I'm going to Fairfax. And then I'm going to drop the car off there tomorrow. So I only really need it for the day. And he was like, oh, you up here for work? I was like, maybe. I said, I'm going to do some work between, today and tomorrow. And he goes back. His partner leaves. Like, the other guy leaves because he's like, he goes back to his car like, this is stupid. So then he gives me a warning, a written warning. So he's like, oh, just saying I pulled you over and I stopped you. Just documentation of that. And he gives it to me. And now the asshole in me comes out. So I go, hey, you're going to have to write this over again. And he was like, what? I'm like, you misspelled my name. And I'm like, according to doctrine, if you misspell my name, you never really stopped me. So there are 2 U's in my name. So, and I show him my ID again. I'm like, you want to go back and rewrite it? And he was like, I could see him thinking, you're an asshole. So he grabbed it and he walked back to the car. And I
rewrote it.
He didn't rewrite it. He literally, on the copy that I have, just put a squeeze of extra U and came back and handed it to me. But I could see that he was pissed. So I pull off. They follow me. So I drive right past my house. I go to Food Line. I go in Food Line. I come out. They're still there. I drive back. They pull behind me again. Then I turn in the driveway. And as I get out the car, they pull to the post office across the street. And then they drove out and I waved to them as they went by. And I told you this long drawn out story to say, look, man, I am not one of those people that think every time the police pull me over, it's because I'm black. I am not one of those people that think every police officer is a racist piece of shit. But if even I can kind of get the details and read between the lines that these motherfuckers was just pulling me over because I was black, and midway through it, I'm getting annoyed at the questions they're asking me because I'm knowing they wouldn't ask me these questions if I was some white guy in the same exact situation. So if I'm saying this to say, if all this is happening to somebody who's as logical and non-reactionary as me, man, this shit ain't never getting no better, man. Because reactionary black people are going to get an attitude and get loud, and more racist police officers going to use this as a reason to pull their gun out. Shit ain't getting better, man. Like, I know we have all these marches, all these rallies. We talk about voting and all that shit. Look, man, as long as racist white people can have a badge, and as long as black people don't matter to the rest of the world, shit ain't getting no better, man. So just pray up and do your best. That's what's on my mind.
I just think it's interesting that because they clearly ran your plates before they pulled you over.
No, they didn't. They didn't have enough time, Ruben. They saw me driving, playing my Project Pat in the rental car with the windows down, peek over at them while they were pulling some other brother over, and they said, oh shit, New York tags driving through this apartment complex.
Oh, it might be some drugs in there.
We got one.
That's hilarious and dumb at the same time. That sucks. But you're right. I mean,
and Dave King, you're absolutely right, man. So I wasn't saying that I'm non-reactionary as if the police can see that. I was saying that as like, look, if somebody who is as non-reactionary as me still has to deal with the same passive aggressiveness bullshit from the police, then the shit ain't getting no better.
I didn't realize they write warnings.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. I had no idea. I thought a warning was like, hey man, slow down.
You got to show up to court. Yeah. Last time I heard, when they write shit, you go into court or you got to pay a fine. Like,
well, they probably have to do it now to justify that they stopped you. Because if I were to complain about something, they have to have what they pulled me over for, blah, 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 blah.
That Project Pat from North Carolina place messed their head all up.
Yo, you're right. And then I pulled the South Carolina license out, man. They was like, bro, what is this guy?
Yeah. They're probably, oh shit, this might be our golden ticket to detective. Nope.
And here's the thing. This is why we as people get mad at the police. Because as I stated, one police officer gave me a completely different attitude than the other one. The other one I could clearly tell was just there in a backup capacity because he was the second car to pull up. He came, and once I started talking, I could tell about when he looked at my mannerisms and how I was talking, he was just like, man, whatever. And the other guy was almost like disappointed.
Yeah, and I guess, but the cool thing was the other cop probably stayed there so this fool wouldn't do nothing stupid. I mean, because, you know.
I mean, I'm in an apartment complex. I see the apartment complex. I see a couple of Latinos and stuff pulling out their cameras and stuff. And I'm just like, hey, man, we good. I can almost walk to my house from here.
It's just such a waste of time.
I shouldn't say we good as if like I just knew I was good. I was just like more annoyed than anything. And then as the line of questioning started getting completely, totally against, like I rolled a stop sign. Like if I rolled a stop sign, you don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing here.
I rolled a stop sign, and then you couldn't articulate which stop sign I wrote.
But I almost at some point in time, hey, could you just write me a fucking ticket?
Because if you're not gonna write you a ticket, what we doing?
I mean, they kept digging. They were like, hey, you know, what are you here for? And I'm like, visiting family. And when I said my family, I saw his facial expression change, like this dick. But he was like, you know, we're family. I'm like, my family. Why would I go visit somebody else's? Like
the Gambino family. I'm going to pick up my shipment.
Once again, man, like I don't feel like all police officers are dicks, but as long as we allow dicks to run amongst them, they're all dicks.
Hey man, I appreciate you. I'm glad that you didn't do no dumb shit with this guy, because that would have sucked. All right, so what's on my mind today was awesome and tragic at the same time. So, if you hadn't heard, Spain won the Women's World Cup today. Sure, that's great for Spain.
I had not heard that, because in America, when we ain't playing in soccer no more, we don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. So, you know. So they won 1-0. And Olga Carmona. Yeah, actually it probably was. I didn't see it. They beat England. That's the thing. They beat England 1-0. And Olga Carmona scored the only goal. And that was cool. Spain won. They celebrated. After she celebrated, she found out her father passed away while they were playing.
Ouch.
Talk about a gut punch. Like, for her, this is probably one of the biggest moments of her life. And then she turns around and hears that her father passes away. So, like, the only thing I'll say with that is we just got to make sure that we are not taking stuff for granted. We are enjoying every piece of moment we have. Because, I mean, it's inevitable, you know, one day all of us aren't going to be here, you know? So, and we don't have a time limit on, it wasn't on purpose to make you feel that way, Dave. We all have a time clock. We just don't know where it is. So, whether you're doing something and people celebrating, or you're watching something and celebrating, just make sure that we're always celebrating. It sucks that Moby had to go through what the hell he had to go through. It sucks that the lady that AG talked about earlier lost their life because of a dumbass. When honestly, man, if you were really ready to go, like, there are other ways you can go. Like, you don't gotta do something stupid, take somebody else out, and then your ass gets shot at by the cops. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have to enjoy the moments that we have here. And with that being said, I appreciate doing this show, and I appreciate all the people who listen and make comments and all that. I appreciate Moby and AG all the time, you know. So we gotta live our life to the fullest for as long as we have left. We just don't know how long we have left, you know. And hey, you know, it is what it is. But you know, my thing is go out like a champion, you know, because we all are champions every day. That being said, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the episode today. It's a little crazy, it's a little long, but I appreciate everybody being here. Once again, I'd like to thank Moby. I'd like to thank AG for being the co-host on the show. I'd like to thank everybody who chimed in. I'd like to thank everybody who listened and didn't chime in. I'd like to thank everybody who will listen to the podcast, to the recording on the podcast when it comes out later this week. We will be back every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right where you get us today. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. You know, hey, we appreciate you just for being here. So once again, thank you. And of course, we'll see you next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as we do all the time, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.